Hi and welcome back to the Daily Runner Show. I'm Claren Ganifke. With us in studio today, we have a very special guest, Dr. Land, who is the Dean of the Communication and Arts School here at Regent University. Welcome, Dr. Land.
Thank you, Claren.
For our first question, we kind of want to know how the Communications School vision interacts with Regent University's vision.
One of the things that attracts me to Regent is that vision statement that says, build Christian leaders to change the world. What does change mean? Well, of course, we know the Christian word itself suggests that the change is transformative. It's to inspire, to promote the gospel, the love of God. The School of Communication and the Arts is all about storytelling. It's all about enriching, inspiring the culture, transformative storytelling that will infuse the culture with the values, the Christian values, sometimes very overt, sometimes subtle, but all the time real. And the fact that you are leaders, we're helping to both the experienced and the up-and-coming professional to inspire, to integrate the Christian faith and message into the vision, and the vision is certainly transformative.
What can we as students do to further this vision? I know as an undergrad student, I have loved being in all my communications classes that integrate the biblical foundation in Scripture. So what can we do to further this vision?
That's a very good question, because we're counting on our undergraduate programs as well as those here at Regent and all programs across the nation, because we have students who come from many different parts, all 50 states and 78 countries, to really prepare a solid foundation certainly in Christian schools, the Christian worldview, very solid foundation in knowledge and in the classics. I think that's one of the most exciting things about the undergraduate program, and its move toward building a solid knowledge base on the classic authors and literature and so on, especially Christian, of course. And then the ability to write well, to tell stories well, both in print, writing, and visual storytelling. Really prepare to do that well, because that's what we're all about. Regent was started as at graduate schools, and the first school was this one, the School of Communication and the Arts, because the founder, Pat Robertson, knew then, as he knows now, that we engage with the culture through media, and more now than ever before. Clarence, social media, we're all making meaning with communities, small and large, and we share information, we share stories, and what better story than to share the gospel message, of course, and then values as they are demonstrated, articulated through visual storytelling, movies, short films, news stories, feature stories, and so forth. So that's a very good question. Really prepare at the undergraduate level on a solid foundation, worldview, the classics, and the ability to write and tell stories. At our School of Communication and the Arts, we're very excited about partnering with other entities on campus. Right now, our government students are working with one of our professors there, researching public policy issues. Then we've got student teams working on content that illustrates those issues, whether it's internal, external threats, economic issues, and then depicting those issues in drama, in interviews, through narrative interviews, one-on-one, man-on-the-street kinds of interviews. Then we depict those issues. They're neither left nor right. They're right down the center, talking about facts. Here are the facts, here are the concerns, and then we illustrate them. And we do that, gives the students research opportunities to research facts, and then our creative students in our cinema television area to illustrate those through dynamic storytelling content. So then they actually then have a package of material that they've actually done on a very important subject. We partner with the law school recently in the Global Center for Social Justice at the law school. So excited about this, because the law school took the lead in establishing a symposium, which we hope will become annual. And in that symposium, it was titled Media and Social Justice. We looked at issues involving children, the legal protection of children, human trafficking, hunger, those kinds of issues that are social justice issues. And the entire thing was kicked off at our beautiful theater, and we showed a number of organizations work snippets or cuts from their videos. We had a video called Sex and Money, another full 15-minute story alone that depicted a drama of human trafficking. And then we even had the team from Invisible Children, and that Kone 2012 video went viral. I think it's the most watched YouTube video ever since the existence of YouTube. I think 400 million at this point. Oh. I believe I'm right on that. That's an incredible number that illustrated children being forced to go to war, orphans and so on. It's a terrible story, compelling story. Well, we collaborated with the law school. I see a day when we might have joint degrees in law and journalism at the grad level, and other kinds of those joint degrees. We already offer a minor in minors at the graduate level, but joint degrees similar to what Columbia does in New York at the School of Journalism. They have joint degree in journalism and law, for example, that they can get quickly. We're talking about maybe someday having a fast-track undergrad going all the way to grad school, so that a student coming in for undergrad can just go seamlessly right through to the grad program and finish sooner rather than later. We're looking at maybe doing that. So really we are excited because across our 8 schools, 7 originally, and then with the undergrad school of Regent's School of Undergraduate Studies, 8, then we collaborate together once a week. The deans are meeting with the executive vice president, and our goal is to serve our students well, to make sure they have the very best teaching in the classroom and teachers, facilities, etc., in the best way possible. So we really want our students to become successful in that way.
You mentioned social media having a big impact, and I definitely know that's the case for today's culture. What can we do to put a Christian influence on our use of social media, and where do you see the future of social media going?
Well, that's a wonderful question. If I could predict that, I'd be rich. We moved from what was it called, MySpace, to Facebook, Twitter. Facebook's still with us. Twitter, Tumblr, all kinds of outlets. I think certainly the iPad. We want media when we want it instantly. We want to be able to decide what we watch, what we listen to, the messages we want to hear. I think that the more, as Christian communicators and really engaging with the culture, to share messages of hope. Our film students just submitted, we had 14 teams that submitted to an organization called yesheis.org for a film competition that involves shorts, stories, narratives that the students themselves wrote and acted in, directed, produced, were submitted in a competition. All of those films are going to be posted to the web, yesheis.org. They've awarded a $1,000 scholarship. I think 3 of those, whoever wins Best Actor, Best Film, Best Directing, and so forth, $1,000 each toward a scholarship at Regent, because then we take those shorts, and certainly when I see them, I share them through Facebook. And so I want people to see these compelling messages. That's how we can really make use of the social media in a positive way, is to make sure everybody in our community, and then maybe they'll keep spreading good news. We want to spread good news.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Land, for those wonderful, wonderful tips on how to use social media. And thank you for joining us today. With the Daily Runner Show, I'm Claren Ganifke.